Okay. Next week at 10 a.m. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Nice to get that out of the way. Okay, hello everybody. Hi. I'm hoping this continues to work. I've fiddled around with it a little bit and basically completely reinstalled OBS, and it's actually working now. It's actually working. So I'm hoping this continues to work. Give me one moment, I'm gonna let the dog in. There we go. Oh my. So, yeah, this thing is finally starting to work now. So let's get into this, shall we? Bam. This thing on. Yeah, everything works now. Okay. As do mine. As do mine. There we go. Alright. See, yesterday I had this like big idea planned for you guys, or I was going to show you this like really creepy dungeon over here and everything. It was going to be awesome because I was grinding this area for EXP on some settlement quests. But couldn't do that yesterday. Did not do that yesterday. So let's try this again now, shall we? I've cleared out the area up ahead because this is a really cool dungeon. Yeah, the graphics card is dying, but it's actually just working now for some reason. Slightly before stream, I tried to get it working by completely reinstalling OBS and creating the entire scene again, and it actually started working. And the screen started flickering a little bit when I just booted it up. But other than that, it's actually working pretty well. But since you're here, Draco, I would like to know, what days of the week are you free? Because you know what days of the week I'm free. It's on the days that I stream. That's literally it. I just want to get a rough estimate of when your schedule is. How much carry capacity do I have? Not a whole lot left. But I do need oil. Because I know you probably got work or school or something going on some days. He works mornings? Okay. Well, that be the case, I know when you're free usually. So maybe we can do it Wednesday. If it all comes down to it, and we can't do it any day of the week that I normally am free. Where's the key? Huh? Then we can just wait till My Hero is over and do it after the My Hero campaign. Which would be certainly nice. Whoa. What do we got over here? It's like weirdly bright in here. It's behind that locked door. I don't actually remember what's behind that locked door. I know there's something back there. I also found this just randomly in the world on a corpse. What's that? We got a tiny bit of ammo left for this. It's a unique machete. Okay. Then another... Oh, I thought she had a fucking power suit on. I'm like, there's a second one in here? I don't remember that. Because the raiders with power armor on are always in very predictable locations. Like, they're always in the same place every single time. Much like actual power armor in the game. Communications. Urgent message. Management. Want to eat? Oh. Oh. That's a hard one. There's a lot of them. A funny part is, actually, if the capture card didn't start working, I was actually gonna go over your unique abilities and everything, finish your character sheet, and do some, like, D&D explaining to everybody else once we're done with that. But, so we can finally just relax, we can put that off. But I was actually thinking about something similar to this not too long ago. About an hour ago, as I was planning out stream, about what D&D monsters probably have the best appetite. And I figured the one that I would want to eat the most, right? Probably, like, out of all of them, there's some more rockets. Wow. That's really nice. Let's put some of this crap away then. Already got that. 2 hazmat suits, don't need those. 2 gas cans, huh? Yeah, but it really depends on what the animal eats. What the animal eats usually depends on what they taste like. So if I had to take a guess, the best tasting animal in the oh, sorry about that. Oh. Chameleon Raider. We got Raider power armor. I mean, we can like let the hazmat suit go. Take some buff out. Ah, damn it. Rook. They're certainly nice. Birds do taste really good as well. There might be something in there, yeah. Because birds usually taste like really good, right? They're usually really good, really healthy as well. My grandfather, that's a survivalist. That's an issue. Well, how about we test out one of these missiles we just got our hands on? Shoo! Boom! Shoo! Boom! Where's the survivalist? There it is. What did I just get hit by? They're throwing fucking grenades at me. Yeah, that creature. I believe rooks are. I believe they're gigantic. There we go. I believe they're considered gigantic creatures, so they're huge creatures. Huh? Oh, there's just another thing back here. Hey, I leveled up. Nice. Did not expect that. Well, we know what we're doing with this. We get like sneak and like master. You can never get locked out of a terminal, but this is our last crafting thing we actually need. After this, we'll have basically every crafting skill, with the exception of, like, robotics. So... there we go. Those things are huge. I think they can actually fit, like, a small house on top of their back. They're massive creatures, Drago. They're huge. This guy's got like a wonky ass automatic combat rifle. .45. This place is weird. Bigger than that? I don't remember their actual size. I know they're huge though. Alright, I'm gonna scan ahead a little bit. Actually, we can just come back. Once the dungeon is cleared out, we can get out of our armor and scrap all their stuff. Also, I believe giants ride them, don't they? I believe some giant types, I think cloud giants ride those creatures, which is insane. Terminal Station 3. Urgent message. You get on Station 4. Cool. Anyone down there? Huh! Surprise, motherfucker! Alright. Those guys were kind of pushovers. He had a fucking powerful sniper rifle on him, though. Too bad he didn't know how to fucking use it. They dealt with their talents. Oh. The thing is about birds... birds that big, they would have to have like, what the fuck? Economy, wood glue. They would have to have like, because most birds like that, right? Is there gas in this area? Yes, there is. Most birds like that, they have to eat like small pebbles to help die. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Just crit him out of existence. Fuck this guy in particular. Oh, I think someone needs my help. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Plus, elephants are the same, our main food source. Also, magically giant creatures. Yeah, like giant gorillas and such. I'll be right back. Someone needs my help. Sorry about that. There was some confusion. My apologies. They are similar to eagles. They are, yes. They're very similar to eagles. Oh yeah, this guy. There, bro. Ah! The fuck? Yeah, they help rocks to help them. They eat rocks to help them digest. Imagine what that thing would have to eat to help it digest. That would be insane. A bowler hat. Fuck, I'm taking it. I like bowler hats. Koichi wears them. Mining helmet, beer bottle, beer bottle, beer bottle, beer bottle, beer bottle, beer bottle. There we go. A little bit of light. Industrial oil canister. They are stored in their gizzard. Yes, they are. Some reptiles do the same thing. Makes sense because a lot of avian species are related to reptiles. Ah! Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot it's a drug trip in here. God, I need to get back to the base. This is like the most precious thing I have on me right now. That's so good. It's got so many good attachments. It's a god roll. I do have a doctor at base, so addiction is like literally not even an issue anymore. Come on. I forget what this place is. I. Oh my god, nope. Nope, I might be in power armor, but these little shits hit like a truck. Tons of ghouls in its dungeon. Yeah. What do I do with that amount of meat? I would immediately start cooking most of it, or jerkying it and selling it to the community for lots of money. Could be a new kind of meat, you know? Although, I feel like they're a pretty cool creature, but I don't feel like too many DMs use them. I feel like that's a creature you don't see too often. Yo. Sharp synth chestplate. That's actually good. World's biggest barbecue. Yeah, you were talking about some barbecue not too long ago for Thanksgiving. Oh, god damn it. Get the fuck out of here. Let's go. I believe there's a melee weapon at the end of this dungeon. Gotta be very careful with this or I will blow myself up. Oh. I did not know that. Hell, I don't even know much about those creatures to really begin with. I don't think anyone's ever used them for anything. Although they are a cool concept though. That's what this fucking explosive shit is used for right there. That type of shit. More beds and everything. People are living down here for a while. Certain chilly man. Tablespoon. Goodbye, sir. Drag mine. Oh, there we go. I can't run anymore even without this. Okay. Let's start dropping stuff then. We don't need these. We need these. These are worth a lot of money. Gas canister. Ah, there it is. Nice. I knew it was around here somewhere. They are a magic plant that uses corpses to fertilize them. And for armor. I know I made a campaign where you could encounter one at one point, but I mean, no one ever did. So
Team Shoots here. No suspicions were raised when
Jim shots and yeah, mostly found in places like swamps, jungles, and not arid, but oh. Preston, are you seeing this? What is that? John have to? There we go. Oh, Tim shots. He's a drowner there. They are fun. Immune to fire damage and heal from lightning damage. Ah, that actually sounds pretty cool. I'm assuming most players don't even know that either, right? Because, I mean, come on. Ah! Okay, hello, sir. Oh, I see. He's having a bit of trouble there. Let me help him out real quick. How did he burn to death? I don't know. What I do know is if I take my armor down there, I'll never be able to get it back. So... I need to drop a couple things here. You get the tooth? Ah, the tooth. Yeah, that's right. I remember. You get the tooth thingy. Oh. Forget where it is. It's like... Oh yeah, it's right through here. Yeah, target bleeds and are poisoned. Spinal damage. There we go. Yep. Really fun, but really underpowered. What's wrong with it? Is it because it's a unique machete? Machetes aren't the greatest. Oh! Why am I like losing health occasionally when I pass through there? I got no idea. It's got a good effect on it at the very least, though. It's got a really good effect on it. We'll pick up those mini nukes later. We need to go back through this place and just start picking up everything and scrapping everything we can. Because there's a lot of like beds and such in this place. Don't forget to remind me to come back there and grab those mini nukes, because those are pretty rare. Hooded rags on this cricket's outfit. Leather. Like, can't scrap those. Well, then goggles and such. Simply token, not bad. Remember to go back and grab the mini nukes. Hey, motherfucker! Oh. Expected more somehow. Okay, let's see here. I'm not seeing anything else. Thing is, we gotta kind of shimmy our way over here to this place right here. 'Cause there's a steam chest there I didn't open, and I remembered. this.
There we go.
Attack of the Metal Men, who are also communists. Apparently. Okay, so this right here. Let's see what this is. Modify, standard. 24. It's got 32, 35. This is not a legendary item, though. I don't get it why people hate capitalism. It's just a differing opinion. Also, it's very easy to blame capitalism for the mistreatment of people. And people who are dumb and don't understand things too well will associate a group of people with something bad that happened to them, and they'll blame that entire group of people for what happened to them. It's something that humans have done for centuries, if not longer. No, you can't. No, you can't. Certainly not at all. Can't live as a capitalist in a communist society. Not at all. Thing is, people just, it's also like a level of ignorance, right? People don't know. People don't know what it's like because they grew up in a society where their opinions are accepted. Because every opinion is accepted in some way in America, at the very least. Which at least forwards scientific progress quite a bit, but it causes a lot of social issues that aren't entirely beneficial for the nation as a whole. It has nuclear material in it. And a lot of these people just don't know. Buff out. There we go. I don't know. I don't think any opinion is stupid, but I do think opinions can be misinformed. Absolutely. What do you mean weight 0? Okay, that's just a visual glitch. Weight 0? The visual glitch. It has weight. What the fuck? That is what we call misinformation. Misinformation has allowed the formation of an opinion which is not based within reality. However, because I mean, you might get laughed at socially, but because most opinions are allowed in America, they have led to some pretty hilarious finds. Allow me to use Flat Earth as an example. The Flat Earthers wanted to travel to the North Pole to prove there was an ice wall, right? So, they wanted to get a ship, build a ship, right? NASA. Hold on, we're getting there. They wanted to build a ship, or get a ship, that would use their parameters. Never say that word properly. Parameters of how they view the planet rotates. Now, obviously, that doesn't work. I don't need to state that. That's not how that works. That doesn't work like that. The planet... Obviously, the planet's fucking round. But because they believed it wasn't, they went forwards with the idea anyways. Because, I mean, it was a community thing, and you know how groups of people are. Marksman's power... Oh, okay. So, they bought this little disc, right? They bought a small laser disc. And this small laser disc, what it did was it basically measured the air, the pressure, and the earth around them and started running their own tests. In the end of the day, they had concluded the fucking truth. That being that the earth is round. But they ignored this data. Funny part about that data is, though, years later, an actual scientist that knew pretty well what he was doing came back to that data, analyzed it, and realized that they were using the goddamn thing wrong. They were using... Where's the thingy? They were using the laser disc incorrectly. But the data that they had provided at least contributed how to calibrate a laser disc properly and taught people how to do it correctly. Or how about the dude who studied and found out dolphins are way smarter than they are? You want to know what he did? Some real fucked up shit and some straight up conspiracy theory style shit. But he was the one who saved thousands of dolphin lives later on. Yes, don't get me wrong. I hate crazy people too. People who have lost their sense of reason can be very irritating. While I do not hate them maliciously, I certainly do not like them being around me, at the very least. I don't really hate anyone. But in the end, they are at least somewhat useful. They do contribute something. If that man... Yeah, that's just ignorance. And that happens a lot in modern society. People can just deny anything. Alright, do we have enough room for those? Not really. I mean, we're probably gonna have to head north through this place anyways at one point anyhow, so we can just come back for the mini nukes later. Let's go. Let's go home. Certainly irritating, yes. But they at least contribute something. They can, in fact, be taught. And beyond that, if that man never had... If the person who discovered dolphins were far smarter and far more intellectual than they seemed, never did that, he never did any of that, then we wouldn't have discovered how smart dolphins are, and we wouldn't have saved countless dolphin lives after realizing that they're intelligent creatures. Yeah, he did some things which are questionable. There we go. Yes, he did things that are questionable and somewhat immoral, like having a woman live with a dolphin in a special built house for a long time. Do I have the key for this? Where is the key for that, I wonder? I thought it would be on some of the raiders, but apparently not. So strange. Oh. Single stop story with no evidence. Yeah. That's a lot of people's stories. And a lot of people are very stuck like that. The thing is though, a lot of people who rely on that have no like formal true education at all. Most of the time, someone who is unable to like form a proper argument, it's really because they were never taught to form an argument at all. Probably why they were in debate class. What the hell? That was just a loose mining helmet here. We'll come back to this place later. People rely on emotions to kind of fill the gap for evidence. The harder versions, of course. Okay. Oh, there you go then. She was just relying on people's emotions to fill the gap for evidence, which does work. I mean, we had the whole circumcision thing talk a while ago. The only reason that became a thing is because it played on people's emotions and their fears instead of actual evidence. If you do that, you're going to be listened to far more than just by supporting evidence. You know why none of these goddamned, like, politicians or any of our presidential candidates, like, give any sort of reason or support to what they're doing? Alright, you know why they do that? Because they don't fucking have any. They don't have any evidence, they don't have any support. The reason they don't show any of it is because there's nothing to fucking show. If they show it, they're just gonna make all of themselves look like dumbasses because whatever they're arguing, they're obviously going to be wrong about. But they play on people's fucking emotions. They give people something they want to believe. And if you can convince someone that they want to believe one of your lies, they'll never see it any other fucking way at all. You could tell them the most bullshit thing in the world and they'll fucking believe it. And that right there is why so many hundreds of years of science, like in the Dark Ages, and hundreds of years of recordings and text were destroyed. Because you can easily cause someone to fear or cause someone to believe a lie so long as you play on their experiences and emotions. Yeah, maybe that's the strategy now, though, right? Maybe that's the strategy, because even people, with the exception of, like, extremists, even people within the current political parties in America don't want any of the candidates to win. Which is funny. But oh so sad. It's crazy when you think about it. At least all the logical people in the world get a good show of what all the idiots do every day. Not gonna lie, it can be pretty funny. Like certain presidential candidates saying that there were airports in the 1700s. Early 1700s. Or how another presidential candidate, well, There was a point in W's career where his handler turned the lights off and he legitimately said, "Sorry, I cannot talk right now." Like a fucking child, because his brain was melting because he was old. It's very funny. I mean, America's political spectrum is hilarious. It's full of idiots. But, at the same time, there's no other fucking country on Earth, besides England occasionally, who does this to themselves, which makes it all the better. England occasionally has issues, but they just kind of solve them. Yeah, they're little puppets and they're idiots. Ah, all of them are so dumb. But hey, they ain't getting much of nowhere. Constantly being entangled in a forever war sure as hell has a way to waste an entire lifetime. That's just how it is, though. That's just how it is. Personally, maybe. I don't really hear much about it, so that might be true. There we go. Okay, they're right there. That might be true. I'm not entirely sure. I know that it kind of sucks. Which makes sense. It's like a recon rifle, less of a machine gun. It's got good damage. Like, although they drag that shit out for way fucking longer than we do. Like, we have multiple, like, topics we argue on all the time, and we just circle those around. They have, like, 2 or 3 small topics that don't even matter. No, 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 no. Hated Celtrons because of that shit. I swear I killed these assholes before. Yeah. Of course they're... Well, okay. Thing is about guns, in especially countries like America. First of all, I don't quite see why people are always so worried, specifically in America, about their guns. You know, you got all these people screaming about how the government's going to take away their guns. Guns are like an intrinsic part of America. At least in our country, we will never not have them. That's just, you can't have America without guns. That's just not a thing. It is so deep in our culture that until America with illegal guns, yes, that's another thing as well. Until America disappears entirely and is completely a different country under different laws, there's never getting rid of any guns. That's like getting rid of rice from Japan. Like, yeah, okay, well, so many people rely on this stuff every single day, all the time, that, you know, there's not really getting any rid of it. Most crimes are committed with homemade firearms, especially in, like, places like Mexico. And in America, most crimes are committed with, you know, most of the time, with guns that are from family members, or illegally purchased weapons, or weapons they are specifically not supposed to have. I can understand it. It's an overcompensation of protection, right? And people always overcompensate when it comes to security. I mean, hell, look at YouTube, bro. Hello, hello, Boom. We're just talking about America, as well as other countries, and gun crime.
You're trespassing on private property.
People are, I mean, look at YouTube, right? YouTube is always about overprotection, right? And they're always scared of, like, you know, stuff like copyright and such, to a point where people get punished needlessly for no reason. It's an overcompensation of a system. Sure, it is necessary, yes, but people are always going to do that. The thing is, there's a very rare commodity nowadays called moderation that a lot of people do not have. And moderation is an incredibly important thing. That too, right? And there are some people who should certainly not have them. Oh, thanks, Boom. There are some people who should certainly not have them, such as ex-alleged criminals who have done technically nothing wrong, but have been in cahoots with criminals in the past, who do get them. It's a sign of incompetence within a greater system, and moderation is needed. But we don't got moderation in our society very much. As moderation doesn't feel good. Moderation doesn't play on the human emotion. Extremes do. And that is unfortunately true. Holy fucking shit balls! Well, ain't that a pickle? Exactly! The alleged criminals can just get them illegally. Please tell me that she's not coming over here. Please tell me she's not coming over here. She's not coming over here, right? No, okay, I'm just gonna walk through this water real calmly and hope she doesn't come over here. Well, I mean, this ain't that far. I'm pretty fast as well. I can get over there real quick. And that is the conundrum. That is unfortunately a massive... What the fuck is with all these barrels? They're not nuclear waste, they're just barrels. That is unfortunately a massive conundrum within modern society. There are, however, countries I have figured out that do it very, very well. That do it very well, such as Poland. Poland has an armed population, and they specifically control and work with the criminals of their country to minimize gun violence. More than just that, organized crime is going to happen within a country. Look at Japan, right? Let's take Japan as an example. Japan had an amazing, let me tell you, an amazing organized crime situation not too long ago, back in the 1970s, right? It was so good that the country was one of the safest places to live on the planet. Incredibly safe place to live. Because the politicians did their job. They worked with the Yakuza. The Yakuza knew the rules. They were professionals at organized crime, and the politicians worked with them. If you really want a country that is quote-unquote crime-free, you don't have to go on the offensive. You can't go on the offensive and go fight against crime. Because crime's gonna win. You have to understand the systemic issues, learn the second stories, and get rid of that. In Poland, it's the other way around. Most gun crime is from legally acquired guns. Because the criminals over there don't have them.
Best news I've heard in a long
Or
time.
the criminals
Oh, by the
that do
way,
have them
talking
aren't the
about
ones killing
We've
people.
decided to support
In
you.
America, you know,
I think it's
and
worth
in
giving it
Japan
another
now
chance.
especially, we don't work
The only
with
way
the
things will
criminals.
get
We
better
don't
is if
work
we
with
stand
these people.
together.
They're the people who run our governments. They're the people who supply the weapons. The whole Contra thing in the 80s was a big example of it. Once again, an example of moderation being needed, but we don't have any. The reason I know that thing about Poland, by the way, is because of a D&D campaign. I did some research on it one time and found out that that is unfortunately true. As of 2018. It might be different nowadays, but as of 2018. Here's another good example. Oh, the sinkhole. We need to come back here. Here's another good example. So, another really good example. Yes and no. There needs to be moderation. If you have a government that does not work and cooperate with the organized crime within the country, well, you get countries a lot like America. Or, well, actually, most American-style countries, or this side of the planet countries, with the exception of, like, Canada, right? If you don't have people working with them, you get places like Canada, not Canada, America and Mexico and such, where in Mexico and America, the criminals are either in the government, or at least work alongside it to cause corruption. But, let me give you another example. Japan, a lot of provinces within Japan have prostitution. That's a common thing in their, you know, in their country. Now, there's a lot of countries around the world where that's banned, and I understand why. I personally don't think it should be, as penguins do it, so I don't understand why we can't. But that is a thing in that country. It's a very big part of their culture and has been for thousands of years. It was safer, this is crazy, I know, but it was safer to be a prostitute in Japan back when the Yakuza was around than it is now. The reason for that being is people in the government worked with the Yakuza to keep the people safe. There is a certain amount of corruption that can be in the government if the government starts working with criminals too much, but it's moderation. You need moderation. Now that the Yakuza is gone, thanks to Japan's constant crusade against them, it's incredibly dangerous. The crime rate has significantly gone up thanks to smaller gangs coming out, mostly Chinese gangs. It's really big over there, I don't know why. Mostly Chinese foreigner gangs that are taking over large swaths of the Yakuza's territory, since they are now gone. Yes, I think the issue in America at the very least is because the government can't tax it, and they hate any job they can't tax. If we had better tax laws, it would be a different story. But there you go. There needs to be moderation in everything. A system that does not moderate itself is a system doomed to fail. Look at the nuclear power industry. I know I harken back to that, but it's a perfect example of what we need to do in modern society. In modern society, we need to moderate ourselves. The government needs to work with the criminals. Not be criminals, work with them. And understand what the systemic issues is. People are going to do it anyways. I personally don't find any issue with it at all. Many people say, there's a saying that it's the first profession. Personally, I don't think it is. I think thievery is the first profession, truly. Raiders. But then again, I don't see any value in sex at all. So, maybe I'm a bit of a biased opinion. That's a pretty good weapon. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Most of the people I talk to aren't. For fuck's sake, I picked up 2 shells of ammunition. There. I'm gonna have massive diarrhea later, but whatever. Yeah. Then again, I don't really see, like, you know, any sort of value in sex or virginity at all. That's personally me, because I'm never interested in that kind of stuff. Like, not at all. But I know we disagree on that. And we're almost home. Very close. I'm gonna drop the rocket launcher off and probably go back there. I'm guessing Preston's gonna drag me out somewhere else, so there you go. What else? Yeah, that's another thing. It was probably an idea used to control population centers. Because that idea comes from, like, really old religions that like predate Christianity in the first place. So it's kind of hard to tell where that idea really comes from. But it is an idea that kind of sunk into society as a whole. It's a weird tree. Someone topped it at one point. Or at least it looks like a top tree. Yeah, me and you both, right? That's the difference between us. You don't do that sort of stuff because, you know, first, you're not really interested in doing that kind of extreme behavior in the first place, and you like hold value to it. I am just not interested because I don't hold any value to it, and I'm obviously just not interested at all. Although I feel like it's a concept that's kind of dying out as a whole, but not for like any particularly. That's fucking weird. Why is that not loading? There we go. I feel like it's a concept that's dying out as a whole. Is it? I don't know. That's what I heard as well, but I don't have any scientific evidence to back that up. Hold on, let me slap all the armor on this thing. Actually, let me take the stolen armor off of it and put the new stuff on it. Do I not have a leg that is... I just put Hellfire Power Armor torso on the thing? Did I just take my torso off? No, I just happen to have Hellfire Power Armor torso from nowhere. There we go. Almost done. I think I can get a full set of that. I remember the mini nukes. We're going back there later. We're going back there later because I do not have the carry capacity to deal with that right now. There we go. Take this. Alright, let's do like a sit rep, shall we? Oh, okay, hold on. Probably. Yes, it is consistent. Depending on the person, it could be quite a while as well. Fuck, hold on. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, very nice. High caliber, max barrel, second to max stock, max magazine, medium scope, suppressor. That's a big one. Yeah, this thing is pretty good. Okay, go ahead. Sure, I'd love to hear it. While you tell that story, I'll be right back. I need to make a phone call real quick because it's getting late and neither of my parents have returned, and I'm starting to worry because both of them have very dangerous jobs. Okay. Okay. The same girls. Yes, some people do that. And the fact of what position she was in and how she was presenting herself probably made the teacher believe her over you, I'm guessing. That happens a lot. Let me get this right. Separated us. Why was she mad about you doing that with a debate? It's none of her fucking business. Like, why does that even matter? Were you I'm assuming you weren't dragging her into it. Why does it even matter to her? That's such a strange idea. We can get the quad barrel now. I mean, that's a bit overkill. We're almost never going to need that. Could be fun, though. Wait. What? Better accuracy and recoil. Better accuracy and recoil. Play games on it. Well, you can't. Oh yeah, this thing. I guess you can't compensate. It predicts someone just being a complete asshole. Let's put this back. There we go. Let's harvest our crops real quick. Make some adhesive, and we can keep going.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
I might have to. Oh, God damn it. I don't know when my mother's getting home, but she's taking me out to eat because we've had.
Run by ghouls?
She might be taking me out to eat, or she might be getting food for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's trade some things.
Because we haven't had a stove for the last few days. Oh, sociology, huh? Oh, I fucking love that class. I had that class in high school too. That was a great class. Teacher was sick for most of it though. That was unfortunate. Yeah, the thing is, we've been having kitchen troubles recently. We haven't been able to cook any proper food, and everyone in the house has kind of been living off of garbage for a while. Because, our oven doesn't work currently. So that's unfortunate. That's why I may disappear about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes earlier. Probably not, though. I doubt she's gonna get home that soon. No, that is quite the issue. You know the 50-watt plug that ovens have? Like the 50-watt plug-in that an oven goes into? Yeah, ours is broken, and we have to entirely replace it from the wall. What does this give me? Nice, it even gives me nuclear material. Powerful automatic receiver, 44 damage. Whoa. 113 fire rate. Goddamn, son. Long barrel. That is such a weird scope on that thing, but whatever. It'd be fine, it'd be fine. I can kind of sustain. I'm a Vtuber. I can sustain off of garbage food to begin with. But it just really fucking sucks. Does that have full upgrades to it? Yep. well, this, but we don't need that. That reduces our range. We want as much range as possible. We can't even get this yet, but we can get the basics. What is that noise? Oh well. It doesn't matter. I think we're good then. Let's put all the ammo away and organize ourselves a little bit. Okay. Me likey this gun. Let's get our stuff. There we go. Okay, that's 5 more adhesive. Tons of lag. I see no lag. Hold on, I hear rustling. Maybe my mother has already gotten home and brought food, so I don't have to stop doing this. I'll be right back. Huzzah! I will have food soon. Yay. Alright. Now video is working too. I think the card messed up. Probably. Is everything alright now? I'm going to be using this a bit more. This is a real nice weapon. Well, everything is working. Let's get back to work. Look good. Alrighty then. Preston.
I took care of the raiders that were harassing that settlement you sent me to. The people there have decided to join our cause.
Join the cause. The
One day,
cause,
we'll
Preston.
be strong enough to drive that scum out of the Commonwealth for good. As usual, we've gotten bigger,
Sure.
and I have a solution. Well fortified.
It sounds like it.
I thought so.
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll do some recon.
Yeah, this is the taking independence. Alrighty then. Let's do
You do
this.
work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Oh. 202. 280. Goddamn. No, that goes on the other side. That goes here. And this goes here. That goes there. There we go. In the root cellar. Damn. Fair enough. Alright. I believe you have to fight a shitload of Myuu with this, so hold on. 250. Man, those raiders barely did anything to this suit. Those raiders barely did a thing to it. We can increase the power of this later. I believe we can actually get some new mods on our power armor now as well. Yeah, titanium plating. Lead plating. Energy plating. Is it on the torso? No. Is it on the left arm? Is it on the head? No. What the fuck? What about mods? Is it under mods? Targeting HUD. Recon sensors. Same enemies. Increase intelligence. I had to eat dirt for 2 fucking days. That's under mods, yeah. It's Tesla coils. Yes, this is what we want right here. So science 4. Okay, when do we get science 4? Not too far away at all, actually. We only got a couple more levels. Alright, and if that's the case, let's clean ourselves off. Get all the stuff done. All the stuff that needs done, let's get it done. Oh god, I'm kind of sick of Italian food, but whatever. Oh yeah, that's right.
When there's nothing left to complain about.
There we go. Okay. So where is this? I think I remember. It's all the way down here, yeah. It's at the castle. Okay. In the arc jet building, the jetpack can be, you can get it. Cool stuff. The arc jet building. Actually, that does remind me, before we do that, do you want to do Dance's side quest? That might be pretty cool. Because we're strong enough to do that now. Let's test out our new gun while we're there. There we go. Fuck. There we go. This could be good. This could be good. Let me out. All right, we'll do it then. We'll do the thingy. But first, let's actually modify this new armor we got here. Intelligence and charisma increases are pretty good. We're losing a good bit of armor, but just a flat stat increase. That's not bad by any means. When do we get armor level 4? Not in too many levels. I actually get blacksmith level 3 as well. Next few levels are probably going to be dedicated to capping up our final stuff. Charisma and intelligence is not bad, but I think I might actually pass. If it was a heavier suit of armor, I might have done it, but it ain't. It ain't. Got the champion left leg anyhow, so we should be good. Alrighty then, let's get going then. Actually, first, what time of day is it? Middle of the fucking night.
Another day
Okay.
of hard work. It never changes.
It's radioactive isotopes, I know that, but I don't know the rest of it. I do not know the rest of it. I do not know the rest of it at all. Oh! That reminds me of stuff. Oh, kick the fucking desk.
Yeah.
Carla.
Hey, Carla, what's up? What's up, Carla?
Time to
What's
do
up?
business?
You smell...
I've got a few minutes to brush.
Yeah, keep your shirt. Crisp. Dirty water. Some of those. Blowing this. Odd. Instant mash, all the melons. And they also use nuclear waste too. Yeah, I guess for them it adds a bit of flavor, you know? I don't, but I guess it does. Caps, cryo cells. Odd, but okay. Leather. Some of that. Give me some of that. Some of that. By the way, make sure that everyone who wants to join the Bleach campaign puts their name down in the server. If you haven't already done that. Because I do need to show that you guys did sign up. Just in case anything happens. There we go. Give me that. She's still got some stuff on her that I want. Well, actually, there are multiple nuclear waste bunkers dotted around the US. There's probably one not too far from you. We store our nuclear waste in very, very, very scary places. So, I mean, shouldn't be one too far from you. You could probably get to it pretty easily. Fiberglass and steel, rubber, oil and steel. We need oil. There we go. Let's go up here. Go in here. Because we can make 556 now, right? We can make some 556. Armor forge control. We got no new armor. Okay. Energy weapon, ammunition. Yeah, we can make 556. I mean, we don't really need to make it. Although, if we're doing Preston's quests, not Preston, if we're doing the other quest.
Whole place is run by robots.
Yeah, a lot of places are like mines and such. Did you hear about the Duridium thing that happened in South America? That was crazy. That is a scary thing that happened. I would not want to be part of that. Do you know about that? The Duridium bomb. It wasn't a literal bomb, but it might as well have been. Where's my shotgun shells? Looks like one, but it ain't it. Let's take 71 of these. Hey, fuck, where we're going, we can just take 35. Grab the fucking plasma shooter. Let's clear out our things here. Bay Tripper, those are rare. Okay, so let me tell you something crazy. So nuclear power is a pretty safe method of generating power. And pretty clean as well. Much cleaner than something like a coal plant or such. Trust me, I know. So it's a thing that a lot of countries are doing. It's obviously also like a symbol, right? It's a symbol that your country isn't entirely poor. Or has some level of prestige to it, especially in the world, right? A lot of countries, a lot of very wealthy countries have nuclear power, so countries want nuclear power. It's very efficient as well. Well, I forget what South American country, but it's a country in South America. A little country in South America. Let me preference Sully's journal. 888, nice. Let me preference that this story does take place about 8 years after the country made a big push for nuclear power, right? Because this happened in the 1990s as well, because obviously nuclear power was a pretty big thing back then, and everything happened surrounding it, and countries wanted it because of how efficient it was, so that was the big thing.
Huh? Can't remember the last time I had.
So, Duridium. Duridium is kind of fucking annoying, not gonna lie. What Duridium is Duridium... It's a byproduct of nuclear waste. It's these little tiny purple crystals which form on nuclear reactors. They're incredibly radioactive. Incredibly radioactive. Let me repeat that. They're hilariously radioactive. To a point where it can cause actual harm to you. Now, they're not deadly radiation amounts, right? They're not like so radioactive that you can't touch them. But these little tiny crystals are much more radioactive than most fuel that we use inside of a nuclear reactor. The thing is, they are uncontrollable. They are the waste, the actual nuclear waste. And they look real pretty. They're like little tiny crystals about the size of a grain of sand. They look really pretty. I mean, that does certainly sound like something someone in China would do, yes. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that, because something like that does happen in this very story. So South America was having this big push. I think it's... I forget what South American country, but I know it's a northern country. A northern South American country. I know it's an oxymoron, but whatever. So... they were having this big old push for nuclear power because their country was kind of running out of natural resources in certain areas, and they wanted to get nuclear power. Plus, with a grid with nuclear power on it, you can get a lot of power to a lot more people. They're pushing for that to make quality of life for their citizens better. And a nuclear power plant, which had quickly shut down after it opened thanks to issues, it was abandoned. And some of the resources which were used in the plant were then used with medical supplies. Not like injecting it into people, but like x-rays and stuff, right? But alongside some of these medical supplies they had, there was also some pretty bad stuff, like iridium.
If you need it. For a small fee, of course.
Once that hospital became abandoned a few years later,
I'm pretty beat up.
Huh, you look fine.
a man discovered a container for it. A container with a small glass window in the side of it. He didn't know what it was, and because it wasn't marked properly by the people who left it there, he didn't know it was radioactive. So him and his buddies took about half a day or so just breaking this thing open to see what was inside of it, because they're like scrappers, right? They run around and scrap old buildings and things inside of them. Well, they broke it open, and inside was some low-power iridium. Iridium that was, like, very, very hard to detect radioactivity in through a short period of time. It was still radioactive and deadly, but it would take a long time to affect you. Eventually, this led... Hold on, data, quests. There we go. Fire support. This led to... Yeah, but you can't call them idiots because they don't know, right? They don't know. If you didn't know what iridium was, it's not like warm to the touch either. This iridium was low power. It was made in like electronics and machines used in like a very experimental hospital. So like they didn't know. They didn't know, and it doesn't like feel hot. It just kind of irradiates you and gives you radiation poisoning. If you don't touch it, it's technically not dangerous. It's just kind of bad to be around. Well, these morons, call them, or maybe uneducated folks, because, you know, they're laborers. They broke this open and thought it was like crystals that some rich guy had stored in this fucking vault. This little container. It was put in a container for a reason, yes. But I blame the hospital here, because most people can recognize the nuclear waste symbol. You know the symbol. It's plastered around everywhere. Hell, I could go into the very fucking building tab of this game and find it right in here somewhere. Hold on. There you go. Biohazard symbol. Nuclear waste symbol's probably in here too. People recognize that symbol. Yeah, bumpkins, basically. People recognize that symbol. The hospital, when they created this container, did not put that symbol on the container, which you were required to by law in that country. Well, yes, it was their issue for breaking the canister open. But I feel like most of the blame relies on the hospital, because you were required to by law to mark that stuff in that country, and they didn't. They did not. Which is just negligence. So they broke this open and they started touching it, right? And they thought it was like gems that a rich guy had stored in there, right? So they all agreed to split it 25%. There were 4 of them, and they all split it 25%. And there's a lot of them, so they thought they were going to be rich. So they take this home, and they start giving it to people. They start giving it to people on their commute back, right? They start giving it to people like their bus driver as payment. And, like, people that would, like, pass them on the street, they just hand this to them. Because to them, well, to them it was jewelry. Even one guy went home, gave some to his wife, promised to get her a necklace with it, and gave some to his daughter, and she played with it like it was fairy dust. Just spread it all around her hands and such. Now this stuff irradiates you slowly. It's low power iridium. Low power. So people started getting sick real fast. About a day later, people started getting sick. Yeah, you have some radioactive poisoning. Right? There is one good thing to come out of this awful story. People are very aware of radioactive waste in that country now. They're very aware of it. Very aware. So, yeah, Well, you said that. Damn, really? Well, yeah, it's true, though. Oh, yeah, this is Fallout. I forgot the shotguns are just unrealistic as hell. Let's try out our new weapon. What the fuck? He bucked into the air. What? Who the hell is shooting me? Oh, there's another raider. But yeah, it seriously happened, and people started getting sick because, you know, no one knew what radiation sickness was. Everybody thought it was the flu going around. People were going to the hospital, and obviously this fucking hospital is not equipped to handle that. Actually, that did actually happen. There were some people who sued the company that owned that hospital because it was abandoned, right? Okay, we got increased our luck by 1. Let's give this a couple attempts. I'll give this 5. Yeah, no, 10 attempts. Give this 10 attempts. 10 attempts. That was 1. No. Well, I'll continue telling stories. Well, so people started getting sick, and these hospitals, you know, they've never seen radiation poisoning before. That's never a thing they've treated because it's fucking not a thing that happens in that place. So they don't know what's going on, and they eventually bring in, like, specialists in disease, and obviously these specialists are like, these guys have radiation poisoning. And that's when they find out that most of the town has radiation poisoning, because these people spread these crystals around as payment for stuff. Do you trust that food? Hell no. But it's a video game. It also does say perfectly preserved pie, so you know what? It's perfectly preserved. But people started spreading this around, and an entire town was poisoned by this. An entire town of radiation-sick people just cropped up overnight. And the thing is, one of the guys who had 25% of this stuff went out of town. So everybody started gathering their stuff and evacuating these people because it was fucking radioactive now. And then what happens? This fucking guy keeps a sack of the stuff in a tool shed at his grandfather's place. And, okay. So this happens. And, you know, the government starts looking for him. He eventually, you know, goes to the hospital where his wife is sick because she's touched the stuff, and he brings the sack with him to make her happy, and also because the doctors told him to. And he sets it down on a plastic chair in the hospital room, and that's when the government finds him. After you eat that, I'm sure, yes. That's when the government finds him and dumps an entire room's worth of concrete on the plastic chair, sealing the iridium away forever. Multiple people died from this. The little girl who was playing with it like fairy dust lost both of her hands and then died. Like, it was bad stuff. Fuck. 2 more times. I ain't no gambler, but I'm gonna at least try. I ain't no gambler, but I'm gonna try. Come on. No. And then, yeah, the government became very aware of radiation sickness after that. That whole fiasco was insane. And the fact is, that didn't even break international news. If that something like that happened in America, people would be all over that shit. That company would be dead. They would be sued into the ground. But somehow no one picked up on this at the time. I guess it was because it was the 1990s and it was a different time, but you would think because people would fucking know quick. And that's the tale. The tale. What is going on here? Huh? Where's my fire support quest? Oh. Is it the radio broadcast step? Listen to 95. I need to head deeper into town. And the police station. Where's the police station at? Yeah, it's right down there. Okay. Mama's first nightmare. Truly is, though. That pie has to be so full of chemicals. It's basically just all chemicals to last 200 years. I mean, sure, that's a sealed environment, but... Oh... Huh? Okay. So... Who the fuck is that? Number 1. Number 2, why the fuck is he surrounded by rad roaches? No, okay. Who's that? What the fuck? I'll tell you who that is, my fucking enemy now, goddamn. Oh my god, what the fuck? Fallout 3? Fair enough. I'll fucking kill him then. I'll fucking kill him. In fact, how about we bring along a better weapon for this? Where's the rest of my fusion cells? I know I don't got too many left. Oh, we'll take half of these. Where is the iron is? I present to you the mighty 6-crank
What's going
sniper rifle. His title is Radroach King. What an asshole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. He's a legendary enemy as well. Does he always spawn there? I assume, considering he was like in a specific area. Fire support. The Radroach King. Maybe he tames the radroaches. I think he bangs the roaches. Damn. I've seen some hentai like that. Never thought I'd see that in Fallout. What the fuck? Always there? Alright, we're gonna fucking kill his ass. He has a gun we don't have yet. He has a gun we do not have yet. Mm-hmm. He's got a gun we do not have yet. Now, I don't know how much damage this does. It's a mighty 6-crank laser rifle, so it does 25% more damage with each shot. So I guess it's probably pretty powerful. I don't know though. Hup. Ah, damn. What are we even doing here? How are we even here? I don't know, Draco. I don't know. Going to the last 30 minutes of stream. He's also got a star next to him, which means he's a legendary enemy. He might also drop like a random legendary weapon. So what's 30? What? Okay. What is 25% of 39 and add that back in? And then multiply that by 6. That's how much damage we're doing with this in a single shot. And multiply that by 2.5, and that's the total damage one of our sneak attacks will do. It's a random legendary weapon each time. There we go, we got plenty of dog meat thanks to the magazine we read early in game. Is that so? A random effect each time, huh? Is that so? Is that so? Let's see what we get. We could farm the hell out of him if we wanted something like a bottomless laser rifle. Oh, he's got better armor this time. Well, this will just about kill him. But this definitely will. A minigun or a laser minigun? Maybe he spawned with a minigun this time. That would be sad. Why can't the shotgun do its job? There we go. 608. That's pretty good. Doing almost 1,000 damage. That could do serious damage to even something like a death claw. Alright, he had... Oh. Whoa. Oh my. That's pretty good. Well then. Yes, a laser gatling. Well then. Alrighty. A bottomless magazine automatic high damage weapon. We're going home real quick. We're going home real quick. We're going home real quick. On a roach. Yeah. Yeah. 107's probably got some career ideas for him. .107's probably got some career ideas for that guy. Not gonna lie. Never-ending assault rifle. Okay, well, this is a turn of events. Never-ending is one of the better weapon types. Not only that, it's on a weapon that is fully automatic. This weapon is just aggression. This weapon is just aggression incarnate. Oh, can I choose neither? Can I be in Vault 72, please? That would be nice. I fucking smell my dinner and I'm so hungry. If I be in Vault 7. Vault 72 was pretty cool. If I had to choose one or the other, Vault 69 sounds pretty cool. It'd be a lot done, I guess. Could hold a lot of conversations. Sounds like it would be kind of boring. It's fucking Vault, so of course it is. Don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, we're almost there. I mean, it would be kind of fun. Hold a lot of conversations. They'd have a lot to talk about, I'm sure. I don't know. It's still a fucking 100 people and we're stuck in the same goddamn place. I mean, the other vault's probably not any better. But I'm thinking like, okay, who's gonna have more experience in a social situation? Well, considering probably in the other vault, most of the guys are just gonna be like construction workers, because it's normal people, right? They're probably not gonna be too interesting to talk to, and they're probably gonna be pretty boring. Because they're like 1950s era construction workers. So I'm like, well, if I had to spend the rest of my life talking to a group of people, I think I would rather spend it with a bunch of 1950s style housewives. Their whole thing was gossip and talking. At least it would be entertaining. I think I would want to die eventually. In fact, I know I would. Sounds awful. Still 100 people. Well, at least there's plenty of room in the vault, I guess. If it's supposed to compensate 1,000 people, it would be way more. That would be nice. But, like, you could, like, section off a little friend group. What the fuck? Not enclave paint, it's just red. You just slightly highlight it. Whatever. You could make, like, a nice little friend group, I guess, and you could, like, have a good time. Yeah, the guys might be a little bit more camaraderie focused, I suppose, but it's just 19. I don't want to talk. I don't want to live the rest of my life with the 1950s style construction workers. Housewives were all, back then were all about the gossip. I'd rather deal with that for the rest of my eternity than that. Huh? What was that? This is a long scope on it. Quick eject barrel, full stock, better, powerful receiver. Well, it's got a worse receiver on it, so we gotta trade it, and we gotta also trade the stock on it. There we go, standard receiver. Calibrated receiver, stock. There we go. 77. Easy. 77. Easy. Easy choice. There we go. That's not too bad. Never-ending calibrated powerful assault rifle. There we go. Oh god, I can smell my fucking food, man. Here in 25 minutes, I'm gonna tear that shit up. Vault 77 would be the better choice there, in my opinion. Yeah, I know. Fully aware. Is there an issue? Fully aware. Fully aware. Sounds like a good ass time, if you ask me. A bunch of puppets. You. A bunch of puppets. Sounds pretty good. I don't usually go crazy from loneliness. In fact, I embrace it. Sounds like a good ass time. Oh, my bobblehead collection is coming along nicely. But look how cute they are between each of them. Yeah, I'd rather be alone.
Easy
Seems to be
living.
growing well.
I'd rather be alone. Not gonna lie.
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
It'd be much
The
more
farm's
peaceful.
Not much, but it's something.
There we go. There's all that. Be so much more peaceful without other people there. It'd be nice. You wouldn't have to listen to anybody. You could get some writing done. Everyone's gone forever.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
You don't even have to worry about anything. Just starving to death, that's about it.
Can't remember the last time
No one yapping in your ear to do
Hey,
talk about nothing. He's so nice. I've had, when I am in a private place where there's no one around and I'm not working, I like to think that the world is just empty, like entirely empty, like even all the grass outside of my house is gone and just replaced with cold stone. And the world is just entirely empty, filled with a light mist all over the entire planet. The only thing that's left alive is me and the objects everyone left behind. That would be amazing. Just sitting back, doing that. Sure, I like talking to people, and I love socializing, but just being able to not have to worry. Vault 87. Vault 87, certainly. Now, give me a second. I think my parents are fucking with the stove right now. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I've got to go now, Draco. Family's having a bit of a meeting where we're trying to make pizza in the air fryer, and they want my help for it. So I'll see you later. See you tomorrow. Same time, same place. It's been amazing. Thank you everyone so much for coming and watching. Goodbye.